You're listening to the Business Wealth Impact Podcast, your source for empowering information and cutting-edge ideas from the world's top minds. I'm your host, Jeanne Amlour, founder of seven-figure coaching company, Jeanne Amlour International. Join me on a journey to unleash your potential and create your highest success. Welcome to Business Wealth Impact. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Business Wealth Impact. Today, we have Mo Elhawary, who is a renowned e-commerce expert and keynote speaker featured in Entrepreneur Magazine, Forbes, and DTC expert with a proven track record of taking businesses from 0 to 7 figures in just 6 months. Using proprietary DFY programs, Mo has revolutionized ad spend strategies and customer retention, driving substantial growth in the industry. Welcome, Mo.
Welcome. Thank you, John. Thank you. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm doing great. I hope you are too. Let's get stuck into it. How do you do that? How do you get people from 0 to 7 figures in 6 months? Let's unpack that. And I want people to know like the real nitty gritty and not high level, like nitty gritty. How do you do that? How does that happen? How's that even possible?
The short answer is good product. This is the shortest answer. Good product. If your product is really good, if it has high demand, everything is possible. We come across many and zillions of products that are very saturated, do not perform well. Everyone thinks that their business is the best business. If you ask anyone, how good is your business? They will say 10 out of 10. So why are you not millionaire? They will stop. And that tells you there's something wrong. Could be in their business, could be in their operation, could be in their margin. But from what we have seen, if you have high sales and your profits are not good, then there's something going wrong with your operations, with your margins, with understanding your number. But if your sales are not good, your sales, this is the first line. This is not the bottom line. This is the top. This is the first thing. If it is not good, that means there is no proof in concept. So going from 0 to 7 figures is possible if you have good proof of concept.
Okay, love it. Okay, so that's still sort of high level. So basically people, and we're talking about products that are sold on the internet. We're not talking about coaching services. We're talking about products, right? So
yes,
basically, person that wants to launch this business from 0 has to find a good product, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, how do they do that?
By testing. So there's nothing called launching good product and launching bad product. Because if someone knows they are going to launch bad product, they will never launch it. Okay, it's very simple. Everyone put their 110% effort to make this work. But the thing is, here's what I noticed. Sometimes people think of this as passive income. Like I will just do it while I'm sleeping. I don't really care how can it perform, whether it will perform well, it will not perform well, I don't care. Then I can guarantee you failure right off the bat. So you have to basically understand the market. You have to make sure that you have something that sells. You need to make sure that you have a really good niche. And this is all hypothesis, by the way. That doesn't mean it's going to sell. In order for us to prove it, we need to run some ads. And this is what we specialize in. We need to push with ads. And this is the first thing, to have a proof in concept. You cannot tell me this product is selling really well in retail, so it would work really well online. Yep. As a matter of fact, you cannot say that your product is doing really well on Meta, so it will do really well on TikTok or Google. Everything is different, and this is what we learned as well. We have people basically who have been in this business for 9 years, 10 years, generating over $9 and $10 million every single month organically. Okay.
Wow.
And when it comes to online, they stuck. So it takes time.
Yes, different markets, different buying habits, different people. So
absolutely,
this is the shift I'm hearing from what people think. Now, you know all this stuff from me hearing it. What you're saying is what people normally do is they go, I'm going to find a perfect product and I'm just going to push that and sell it. And what you're saying is we're going to find a product that looks promising, but we don't know that yet. We are going to test that. And if it doesn't work, we're going to drop it and find a better one, right?
Absolutely. Okay. So you test. Just phase 1 is always test with low budget without having the product in warehouses. So ship it using third-party warehouses with very, very, very small budget. Once this product has good potential, and by potential I mean sales, I mean good click-through rate, impressions, social proof, good engagement, Then once we check all of these boxes, then we say, listen, let's move on to stage 2, which is private labeling these products with a small minimum order quantity. And a very important thing to say here, what most people do when it comes to private labeling, the suppliers, if they don't know, they convince them to have a lot of products for cheap price. And then they go for 2K, 3K, 5K, even though the minimum order quantity could be only 300, 400 units. They still go for the best, saying just to save money. No, because those products are going to stay on the shelves collecting dust, and you're going to pay money to the warehouses. Even if you're doing Amazon FBA, they will still collect money from you. So stage 1 is always to have proof of concept. Number 2, private labeling with the minimum of the minimum order quantity. And then you scale. How to scale? Email marketing, SMS marketing, landing pages, influencers, UGCs. You got my point? You can expand, which we will talk about as we go anyway, vertically or horizontally. It massively varies.
Okay, so this makes sense because it's like a mushrooming effect. You get it, see if it's good. Now, if it's not good, this is what people are not good at: abandoning. They're not good at letting go and saying, that didn't work, let's try another. And I think people put their heart and soul, especially when they've come up with the product themselves. But you're saying, find an existing product to sell, test it. Then, if it looks promising, then white label a very small portion and do the testing B, second testing.
Correct.
Then
Phase 2.
say, okay, this worked. Then you invest more money and go all in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, great. And you're saying that people have come to you with no idea. And do you help them find the viable products?
From A to Z. From A to Z.
Everything.
Because the thing is, here's what most people do. What most people do, they get scammed and fooled by the concept of winning products. So they find third-party freelancers who promise them we're going to load your store with winning products. Okay, winning product could be what? Could be iPhone charger. Could be laptop charger. This is a winning product, but it's also saturated product. It's also high competitive product. So 100% it sells, but zillions of people also do sell. So the competition is really tough and rough. What you want to do is, for example, I'm going to give you a real example now, lip gloss. This is one of the products basically that worked really well for us, but not just lip gloss. It's lip gloss with flavors, matcha flavor, espresso flavor, watermelon flavor, passion fruit flavor. You see the angle? So this is the angle I'm talking about. The lip gloss works really well. The flavors is something unique. Because you should not just use something that everybody knows, you have to add touch to it.
Do you have to develop that with the people that are making it? Say, hey, we like.
No, it's already there. It's already in the market. It just needs you. Yeah, you just need to spend a lot of time doing the research.
Yeah. No, I know you have a client who white labeled some vitamins or something, or
vitamins. Yeah.
So we know that vitamins are a larger market than pharmaceuticals. Did you help a lot of people with the supplements?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, 90% of our customers are in the supplement industry, 5% in the cosmetics. So supplements work really well if and only if you can find the right angle. We all sell vitamins, let's say vitamin Z and vitamin C and vitamin A, wherever that is. But not every single vitamin is third-party lab tested. Not every single vitamin is no GMO. Not every single vitamin has organic ingredients.
Yeah, a lot of them are actually terrible for you.
Exactly. The reason why you buy this oil from this company and not from that company, because the first company promotes it really well. It gives you the features and the benefits about the oil. And guess what? All oils have the same benefits and features. But they said it. People don't say it. Okay, you have to say, basically, you have to deeper into this. You have to find the companies. Obviously, you're not going to do all of that in stage 1.
No.
Stage 1 is, as I said before, proof of concept. We are not going to develop in stage 1. In stage 1, you just find something unique and you test it as is, without adjusting anything, without touching anything. Keep it as is.
So basically, it's the same product, but you're just marketing it better than other people to test it.
Better than other people, exactly. And then once you find the angle, once it sells really good, then you go back to the supplier, and this is stage 2. You say, listen, I do not just want to add my logo to it, which will give me an edge anyway. But also, I want to remove this and add that. Small tweaks. Not going to affect the margin, not going to affect the margins, but will affect the sales.
So they will tweak the product a bit for you.
Yeah, exactly. Tweak it a bit, just a bit.
And add something little.
Very little that people cannot easily find on other marketplaces. like Temu, which has changed the entire market.
Right. Okay, so a little question about supplement. I happen to know people that had
Hmm.
hugely successful supplement businesses, and the FTC like went after them because the FTC was cracking down on supplement businesses a couple years ago.
Hmm.
And because they kept changing the FDA rules with supplements, and sometimes their landing pages were not compliant because they didn't know. And some people were thrown into jail because of this, or almost imprisoned, because they said, well, you broke it because they kept changing the rules for marketing for supplements. Do you keep on top of all the latest FTC requirements for ads for supplements to make sure your clients aren't in danger?
300%. And let me tell you why those people who go to jail, they go to jail. They go to jail because of specific things that they know they shouldn't have said.
Like
So, for
guarantees.
example, you're selling vitamin C. I'm just using very simple
Yes.
thing, or Shilajit, or anything. You're selling this vitamin C. It says on the label, it says it does this, it does that, and it can help with this, it can help with that.
Hmm.
It said it can.
Hmm.
It didn't say it will.
Right. No
So
guarantee.
when those people promote it, they tell you it will help you, it will help you, it will help
Right.
you. It
Right.
gives you that assurance.
Right.
And because of that, they go where they go.
Mm. So you're on top of that you don't guarantee, Tara.
No, impossible.
Yeah, I think
Impossible.
it was all the
Impossible.
guarantees, and I think at one point they were allowing that, and then they swapped it, and this guy that I know actually unknowingly didn't keep abreast of the new rules. They kept changing the FTC rules for ads for supplements, and he honestly just kept doing what he was doing, and he was not compliant. And he didn't go to prison, but it took him millions of dollars of fines, lots of lawsuits, and he saved himself. But it was very stressful for a few years, actually. So,
Absolutely.
okay, you know about those people, right? Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
We all know it without mentioning names.
yeah. Okay. And I'm not saying they did the wrong thing on purpose. I think they just fell out of compliance because they weren't aware.
Yeah.
Very important to keep very educated about the changing guidelines. Okay. So basically, you from soup to nuts say, okay, you research and you do everything for your clients actually.
From hunting the products, basically private labeling, bringing to our warehouses, and we have partnership with local warehouses. Because the thing is, once the item
Hmm.
is being private labeled,
Hmm.
you should not go cheap
Hmm.
and fulfill your orders from different countries where you do not operate in.
Right.
Okay, you're selling the US, don't fulfill your orders from Canada, for example.
Mm.
Okay, so link from the US, ship from the US. We're living in a time that Amazon can deliver in one day. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, in a couple of hours.
Right. Because Timu takes forever. I tested Timu as a test. It took forever to get my stuff from China. So you're saying it took me forever, 3 weeks. Okay. So you're saying that once you go there, then do it properly. Get a warehouse and you have to get a fulfillment team in place then at that point.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. Fulfillment team in place to fulfill your orders.
And you help people to recruit all those people
We use our own team. We have our own
ah,
fulfillment team.
in different countries.
Yeah, in different countries. We
Oh,
have a warehouse in every country we operate in.
okay. So basically, you're like a mini Amazon that you've built.
Absolutely. You come
Okay.
to us, you don't have an idea. We never say the magic that we do is by guaranteeing you sales and passive income. The magic that we do is by doing the whole job on your behalf.
Got it.
That's it.
Right. So actually, people can really just sort of approve stuff and not really do any work to make this happen.
Yeah, we 100% we do everything from it. They don't need to lift a
So
finger.
this is a plug and play business.
It's a plug and play.
Okay.
We call it done for you in a box system, as a matter of fact.
They're completely done for you, except there's
Yeah.
some approving of the logo and back and forth.
If the customer wants to, obviously every customer is different, to be honest
Right.
with you. Some people like to sit in the driver's seat.
Hmm.
They say, I want to be engaged with the logo, I want to be engaged with the website, I want to be engaged with the product itself, I have specific niche I want to follow. Absolutely. And some people don't have the time.
Awesome. So this is a good business for people that want another business and they don't want to take a lot of time and a lot of mind space from their current business. So this is another extra business you can set up for people, right?
The business is ideal for three types of people, to be honest with you. Number one, those who want to quit 9 to 5,
Hmm.
easy.
Hmm.
Number two, investors who want to scale their investment portfolio.
Hmm.
Number three, retirees and full-time moms.
Got it.
Keep
Okay.
it very simple.
Mo, I'm curious about you. What got you into this whole world?
Interesting question. Originally, I'm a pharmacist.
Mm.
Okay, so I graduated from pharmacy school, and then I went to marketing, studied business because I love business. And while I was studying business, I had more interest into marketing. And that interest basically led me to have 2 master degrees in business and marketing from London. Then I studied marketing management at Harvard. So I went to Boston. And then I went to UCLA to study management business certificate. And then I said, I want to have my own business. I wanted to have something that I understand, which is marketing. So I have just had marketing agency delivering people, helping people how to sell their own products. And one of those customers were selling air in cans.
Wow, actual air.
Air, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Actual air, okay, in cans, shipping to different countries. And then I said, if I can help this guy makes money, I can help anyone else make money. But hold on, I can also help myself make money. And then I said, I want to have my own e-com brand to understand the operational side. I understand the marketing side. I can market anything, but I need to understand the operational side. I need to understand the numbers. So I studied, had my first e-commerce business, drop shipping, non-drop shipping. Took us 2.5 years to crack the code. And then I said, now I understand it. Now my business is successful and thriving. And I was using that as a unique selling point when closing any deal. And then I said, hold on. There are so many people who do not have their own e-com business, but they wish to have it. Not by taking courses, not by listening and taking advices. They want a complete done for you. I have a complete done for you e-commerce business model for my own self. Then I can also license it to you as well, but under your name, under your brand name, under everything. And this is how the done for you e-commerce idea came.
Wow. So how many of these businesses do you have? You have your own business as well?
I have supplement brand and I have jewelry brand that I do own.
Oh, so you have quite a few of these running for yourself.
Yeah, for my own self,
I was
obviously.
wondering
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was thinking, why wouldn't you do that, right? So
absolutely, no, I'm doing it for my own. Yeah,
you have all that going. So you're learning with yourself. You're on top of it because you know what's going on. So
absolutely.
Okay, fascinating. And so, I think it's important. That's super fascinating. And also the fact that you were a pharmacist, that makes sense with the vitamins. You understand vitamins, right? And
Yes.
compounds. So, what's the difference? Because I'm sure that people are asking this. What is the difference between what you're doing and doing Amazon FBA? Or do you also help them to get on Amazon?
Complete difference. So Amazon FBA, basically, number one, you have to do the product hunting your own self. You have to do the private label. Amazon FBA just helps you stock the products. That's it. It's a warehouse.
Right.
It's a warehouse. You have to come up with the product. You have to do the private labeling. Considering, by the way, Amazon has very, 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 very restricted rules when it comes to drop shipping, by the way. So even if you want to do drop shipping, it's really restricted on Amazon. You can do it, but there are so many restrictions. But anyway, with Amazon FBA, the whole point is fulfillment.
Okay.
This is the whole thing.
And they're not running ads. So you have your clients sell from a website, right? And you're driving traffic to a website. So it's e-commerce, not Amazon e-commerce.
It's everything. It's the start point to prove the concept. And when you prove the concept, we use landing page, which is one website page.
Yes.
For the product. Because the whole point, I want to test the product, not the website, not the design, not the user experience, not anything.
No. Just a landing page, which is a website, by the way, folks.
Yeah, it's around one page website.
Yeah.
One page website. And then, but without having the about us, the contact us, we have everything on one single page. One single page. No redirections, no headers, no footers, everything on one single page.
And then you run Facebook ads mainly.
And then you run Meta and Instagram ads. Once you have the proven concept, you go private labeling. It sells really well. We start talking margins because you will never, ever in a million years, you will have great margins from the first batch.
Right.
You will always have to enhance because now I bought 500 units. The cost per unit is, let's say, $1. Now I want to buy 3,000. The cost per unit is 30 cents. But now the customers are not happy with the quality, so maybe I have to bring it back again up to maybe 50 cents. Or maybe I have to find another manufacturer. So you stay there for some time, by the way. And then as you grow, you decide how do you want to grow, vertically or horizontally. If you want to basically to grow, say, listen, I want to focus on a specific thing. So when it comes to growing your business, there is the vertical approach, the horizontal approach. Some people can say, listen, I want to stick to my own product. I want to stick to my own Shopify page, but I want to have more than one product. I want to have more than one variant, different sizes, different colors. Some people say, no, I'm happy with that product. I'm happy with the size. I'm happy with the flavor. I'm happy with that one variant, but I want to be everywhere. I want to be on TikTok Shop. I want to be on Amazon. I want to be on Etsy. I want to be on Walmart. it is really tough and rough to expand both directions at the same time.
Yes. So some of your clients do actually go also on Amazon as well as their website.
Yeah, Amazon, Walmart as
And
expansion.
you will set all that up, whatever they want.
100%. 100%. Done for you, Amazon, done for you, Walmart.
I'm curious about timeline because you said pure people from 0 to 7 figures in 6 months. How many times have you actually done that for your clients?
When we say 0, we have to understand it's after the proving concept stage.
Right.
So once we have the proving concept stage, then it is possible, and it has happened, roughly speaking, between 15 to 12% amongst the number of customers that we have. Because at the end of the day, there is the element of luck
Of
that
course.
we cannot control.
No. Okay. So you're saying from scratch is not when they first start with you. From scratch is maybe after a month or 2. Yeah.
After finding the winning product, because but don't get me wrong as well. Some people, they come to you and they tell you, I'm limited on budget, and that limits us when it comes to testing.
Yeah.
Other people say, I have open budget, find me winning product as soon as possible. So that way, that promotes me and encourages me and motivates me to test 5, 6 products at the same time, 10 products at the same time.
That makes sense. That's totally makes sense. So 12 to 15% of your clients have gotten from the proven first stage to
Yes,
$1 million
$1 million in 6 months. Yes,
in revenues of sales
in revenue,
in
correct.
6
Yes,
months. Okay, now what about
correct.
all the other, 85% or 82% or whatever it is?
They vary between 5 figures. Some of them, they also wanted to quit because they wanted to use the money for something else, like funding their kids' college, university. Wanted to put the money elsewhere.
Yeah.
Not everyone has long-term interest into e-commerce, and I never say e-commerce is for everyone. It's not like setting. The good thing about e-commerce that you make money while you're asleep. Yes. However, it requires a lot of work to make that money while you're asleep. So you need to work really hard while you're awake to make money while you're asleep.
But you're doing it for them, so the person doesn't have to work, actually, is what we're saying.
No, they don't. No, but they have to be patient. The only thing we require is you got to be patient.
Right. Okay. So what would you say? What is a budget? Because, people are curious about this.
Yeah.
What's the budget they need altogether to hire you for budget, for ads, everything product? What is the budget they need to see this through to success where they're getting, the 6 and then they can build it, where it's a success and they can keep growing on it? What is that budget that a person would need? Because I think it's important to give a number so people,
Absolutely. So I always say the best thing about this business model is it scales as you scale. This is the best thing. I cannot tell you have 100K. I don't need the 100K. But let's talk about the startup budget, the initial budget
what's
that
the
you need to have.
budget? Yeah.
Yeah, the initial budget basically. So let's say set on the sides 5, 6K for inventory, roughly. And then let's say set another 3 to 4K for ads.
Okay, so
for
about 10K,
5 months.
10K, right?
Yeah, and I'm talking about like 6-month plan, roughly speaking, for the initial 6 months.
10K should plus your services costs, right?
Plus so this is ad spend, this is inventory, and then called miscellaneous fees, another 2, 3K, like Shopify fees, the platform fees.
Yep. Okay.
And that's plus our fees. That's it.
So it's for them, apart from paying you, it's about 12K. And then
roughly speaking.
And then more or less, are you open to telling people what your fees are?
We charge our fees basically for the initial month. We have different packages, but it starts from 2,500 a month.
Okay. Now, you used to charge more.
I used to charge way more.
I know this. So basically, it's 2,500 a month plus the 12K costs, right?
Yes.
All right. What has changed with Temu? I think that's a really good point. You mentioned this before.
Yes. Initially speaking, we were charging 30K plus.
Right. Per month or altogether?
For 30 days.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, for 90 days.
Okay.
For 30 days,
And now,
30K.
Now 90 days is 7,500.
Exactly. Okay, which is nearly a quarter, roughly speaking, of that number. The reason why we have done that, because Temu has changed the game. Previously, we were not doing private labeling. What we were doing is test the product on our own stores. So keep testing different products from different niches. Test. We have a winner, give it to Adam. We have a winner, give it to Sarah. And then what we do is we were running with a business model called low risk, low reward. So let's say product A is working really well. we speak to our suppliers, we order 5,000 units, 10,000 units. We ship it to our warehouses. You, as Adam or Sarah, do not pay for that. We pay for that.
Wow.
Okay? You only pay per order on a drop shipping basis.
That is great.
Okay? And everyone, that's what I'm saying, low risk, low reward, because everyone was splitting the rewards. Hence, everyone was splitting the risk.
Yes.
Okay? You're not having the product on your own budget. Like 10, 15 people promoting the same product. Right. But we were limiting, by the way, to 3-5 customers per product to avoid direct competition.
Exactly.
Okay. And continuously keep testing and hunting and testing and stuff like that. It was working really well for over 24 months.
Yeah.
And then when Timo entered the market, Timo started to compete against everyone who does drop shipping. Because the unique selling point of Timo is we're going to deliver to you the item faster compared to AliExpress or compared to Alibaba, which is their competitors.
Yes.
This is number one, but for their price.
Yes.
However, you agree, you're not going to buy high quality, you're not going to buy branded item. We rely on functionality. So when Timo entered that, Timo was competing directly against marketplaces. But then the algorithm started to understand Timo is also competing against anyone who sells non-branded items. So if you're selling t-shirt without a logo, Meta will say, hold on, I have another company called Timo paying me 100x what you're paying me, and they're selling something similar to what you sell. I will show their ads first. 10 times. Then I will show yours. Obviously, when it comes to your turn, 99% of the time, the customer's already made the decision, already purchased.
Okay. And so it started working less well for you, basically.
For our customers.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, yeah.
So with this other model, how is it going to work better because they're private labeled now?
Because it's private label, yes. So basically, our customers were doing that. Now we're doing different model with them called high risk, high reward, that you have to do now your own thing. Forget about the sharing, forget about the splitting.
Okay.
If we test any product on your store, we will never, ever
share it.
Test it on somewhere else. Never. So, even if it didn't work.
Okay. So have your results dropped since Temu?
Yeah.
They have.
No, I would say things have changed.
Okay.
So some people have made a lot of money with the private labeling. Some people have basically the revenue has decreased.
Oh.
And we are revamping. We are revamping things. Okay. Because this is, like I said, this is a business model like any other business model.
Yeah.
It has ups and downs.
Right.
We wanted to avoid the private labeling as much as we can.
Right.
But this is the right time that you have to do it.
So it was the algorithm change for the ads that ruined everything with Temu. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So this, it's not working as well as it was before. It was just working slam dunk. Temu changed the algorithm.
It's working way better, but differently.
Right. Working better in some cases and worse in others, would you say? Because it's just like
exactly. Because most people, like I said, they didn't like the concept of private labeling.
Okay.
Nobody wanted to invest into something that not sure whether it will sell or not.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
So that's the whole point.
Well, thank you for that transparency there, because that's a really important point that it was working better. Temu, this is good to know. And I think a lot of marketers don't tell the whole story like you just did. And I really, really value that with you, because, that's important that it was working better. A lot of marketers, things shift and they keep selling the same thing, even though they know it doesn't work that well to their customer.
Yeah.
So
true.
That's good. You shifted it. So now the risk of it working is a little higher when people work with you. However,
the reward is higher.
It could be if it works.
No, it's the same. It was the same.
Oh.
Because the rule is very simple: high risk, high rewards.
Right. But does it work on? Do you feel it will work on every single client eventually? You're always going to figure it out.
This is the question. I do not want to basically be sneaky with the customers. The question is, will it work the same? No, this is not the right question. The right question is, will it work the same within the same time frame? No, the answer is no. Okay, so it will work, yes, for everyone, but it's not going to work with the same sales within the same time frame.
So it might take
because
longer.
Not everyone is willing to make the same investment. Don't also forget about that.
Okay, I understand now why your prices are lower per month, because it might take longer than 90 days.
Exactly.
To make sure the clients get results.
Exactly.
Okay, now I'm understanding. Okay, that makes complete sense. Well, Mo, this has been very enlightening for anybody that wants to
Thank
know
you.
how to create a complete business and not do anything except wait and be as involved as you want to be. A great product. Okay, Mo, before we leave, what is one thing you want to share? You know, you've done a lot in your life. You're highly educated, done different things. What's one thing that you want to share with people about just life and mindset before we close the show?
Agile. Agile, agile, agile. Agile is the only thing that I have been sticking to since I started doing what I am doing. You have to be flexible
Hmm.
and you always have to be open to adopt. You always have to adopt. Always, always, always. Yes, we put plans, we follow the plans, we stick to the plans, but if it's not working, you got to shift. I understand shifting is not easy. I utterly understand that. It's not easy at all, particularly if you have invested into anything. You have invested time, resources, anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. I understand that. But shifting now, always better than shifting later.
Right.
Always. Whenever you feel, and here's the thing, nobody will tell you shift now or shift later.
Mm.
You would feel it.
Mm.
You would feel now is the right time to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to do that. So listen to that. Listen to that, because it's 99% is the right decision, and do it. Not easy, but you got to do it.
Mm. That is awesome. Thank you for that. It's like, don't throw good money after bad. And a lot of people just keep betting on the losing horse no matter what.
True.
So, and it is painful to say, hey, this didn't work. Let's start again.
True.
So, and that's actually part of your strategy, that the product didn't work. Let's start again. Well, Mo,
Absolutely.
this has been great. Thank you so much for coming on. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. And thank you for listening, everybody. Please share. Please tell people how great the show is. And we will see you on the next one. You're listening to the Business Wealth Impact Podcast, your source for empowering information and cutting-edge ideas from the world's top minds. I'm your host, Jeanne Amlour, founder of seven-figure coaching company, Jeanne Amlour International. Join me on a journey to unleash your potential and create your highest success. Welcome to Business Wealth Impact.